I decided there was nothing wrong with what she was doing, smiled, and said I forgave her. However, I also asked her not to lie to me anymore. Our relationship went back to being peaceful and full of trust after that. Judy gave everyone who wanted it a therapeutic massage. I would find all sorts of people in her room, but I didn't worry about it. After all, my girlfriend was sort of like a doctor for them. They also paid money for her work. However, after a while, I had a suspicion that my girlfriend was hiding something from me after all. She looked sad and didn't say why. She was constantly excusing herself to talk to someone on the phone. Of course, she could have her personal life and space, but I still had the feeling that she wasn't telling me something. One day, I walked out of college after classes and saw Judy nearby all of a sudden. She wasn't alone. An elderly man was standing next to her. Who could it be? Maybe another person who wanted to get a massage? I saw them talking, and suddenly, my girlfriend kissed that man on the cheek. I felt myself boiling with anger. As soon as he had left, I came right up to Judy. "What are you doing here?" I asked as calmly as I could. She smiled as if nothing had happened and said that she had been waiting for me for a long time. She was lying. I realized that she was seeing other people behind my back, but I couldn't expose her then, and that made me even angrier. At that moment, I came up with a plan. I decided to follow her and find out her secret. I had been watching my girlfriend ever since. I would sit in the car for hours and watch what kind of people came to her, and I noticed something weird. The same guy kept coming to Judy. He was 10 years older than us, drove a cool car, and looked very well off. But what was even stranger was that he became my girlfriend's only client. No one else came to see her. I realized that this guy wasn't just coming to Judy for a massage. When he showed up at my girlfriend's campus for the 5th time, I decided to finally find out what they were doing. I waited for half an hour and then went to Judy's room. The door was unlocked, as usual. I peeked inside and saw that guy lying on the couch. My girlfriend was giving him a massage. At first glance, that was not unusual. However, as I listened to their conversation, I realized that that guy was hitting on Judy, and my girlfriend was flirting back. She even took out her phone and said, "Martin, can I take a selfie with you?" The guy on the couch agreed, and they started taking pictures. Judy, as if by accident, even hugged that Martin. I couldn't bear to watch her betrayal any longer and quietly left. How could she have treated me like that? I had never been that angry in my life. But what could I do in that situation? That's when I decided that just making a scene would not be enough. I had to take revenge on my girlfriend for acting so low. The next day, we met up after school and went to a cafe. Judy seemed more cheerful and joyful than usual. I hadn't seen her like that in a long time. I figured it had something to do with the guy I had seen at her place the day before. But I hid my feelings. I also smiled and joked, all the while thinking of a way to teach that traitor a lesson. After we drank coffee, Judy said that she needed to step away for a moment. She left, and I started to think about what to do next. Then, I saw the phone my girlfriend had left on the table. Without hesitation, I grabbed it. It had no password, and I quickly found the photos she had taken the previous day. I got furious watching her flirt with that Martin. I copied all of those pictures at once and posted them on the internet for everyone to see. Let everyone see what Judy was really like. It made me feel even better when she came back to the table. We kept chatting as if nothing had happened. However, what I had done did not go unnoticed. Just half an hour later, someone called Judy. She answered the phone and grew very frightened. I realized that Martin had called her. My girlfriend turned off her phone and said that we needed to run at once. Do you think I stayed in the cafe? Of course not. I had to see how it would all end. So I followed Judy, unnoticed. She met up with that Martin outside of the campus. I was standing around the corner, listening to every word they said. The guy immediately yelled angrily, "I've done everything you've asked, but you posted those on the internet, and now my wife has seen them." Judy started making excuses and said that she hadn't been the one to do it, but Martin was furious. "Our deal is off. Consider your father unemployed as of today," he said angrily and stormed off. My girlfriend stared after him with frightened eyes. I didn't understand what I just heard. I felt uneasy the whole day and kept thinking about what had happened. I felt like I had done something wrong, but I didn't know what it was. Of course, I could have asked Judy about it, but to be honest, I was afraid to. In the evening, when I was sitting at home, my girlfriend came to me. She looked angry with her eyes bright red from crying. As soon as I opened the door, she asked from the doorway, "Aiden, tell me honestly, did you post those pictures on the internet?" I realized that it was useless to try and make excuses and told her everything. Judy started crying and yelling at me. "What have you done? My father's lost his job because of you." I didn't know what she was talking about, and then Judy told me what had really been going on. It turned out that the old man I had seen with her near the college was her father. He had been working in a factory and providing for Judy as best as he could his whole life. However, recently, the management of his factory had changed, and the young rich poser Martin had become his boss. Martin had immediately decided to fire the old man and hire a young employee in his place. Judy had realized that it would be a disaster for her father. No one would hire him after that, and he would be left without a way to earn a living. She had decided that it was her turn to help her father. That's why she had started working part-time doing massages. Suddenly, one day, her father's boss had come to her. He liked young masseuses, even though he was married. Judy had realized it was her chance and immediately came up with a plan. She had begun flirting with him to take those photos. And then, she had given him an ultimatum. Either her father kept working at the factory, or Martin's wife would see those photos. He got scared and hadn't fired Judy's father. But then, I had got involved and messed it all up. My girlfriend kept crying and said that I had ruined the lives of two people at once. Her dad had been kicked out of the factory, and now she had to leave college to provide for her elderly father. Judy slammed the door, and I was left alone with my thoughts. Of course, I hadn't been wrong. My difficult character is to blame. Still, Judy had lied to me as well. If she'd just told me about everything straight away, I would have thought of something. But now, I feel quite lost. Write your ideas in the comments down below. What should I do? After all, I want to get my girlfriend back and stop being so suspicious all the time.